So 50,000 years ago, humans exodus out of Africa. The genesis of man is Africa. We were born in Northeast Africa. And then 50,000 years ago, there was like a single migratory event. Most humans get the hell out of Africa and then populate the rest of the world. There's actually a genetic Adam. All the people alive today, we can find the Y chromosome. All the men today descend from one man. 50,000 years ago. The same time we developed language and the same time we made an exodus out of Africa. 50,000 years ago, we had an exodus out of Africa, and then 14,000 years ago, we entered into America. So 50,000 years ago, exodus out of Africa. 14,000 years ago, exodus into America. I guess in exodus, introdus. Bilam's ass may have learned how to speak from him. Bilam had killed 24,000 Israelites. Jacob had wrestled with God. Both Pharaoh and King Herod did a massacre of the infants where they just killed a whole bunch of the kids in Bethlehem. Herod killed a bunch of boys in Bethlehem after Jesus, was purported to have been born. And Pharaoh, after the Magi said that the star, had followed and there was a new star. Pharaoh after Moses. So Pharaoh killed all those boys, the infants, to try to snuff out Moses. Herod tried to do that in Bethlehem to try to kill out Jesus. King Solomon is mentioned in 1001 Arabian Nights. A well-known story in the collection it describes a genie who is displeased that King Solomon had punished him and locked him in a bottle and thrown him into the sea. And the bottle was sealed up with Solomon's seal. So the genie was helpless to free himself until he was freed many centuries later by a fisherman who discovered it. Two tales, the fisherman and the genie in the brass city, tell of how King Solomon trapped misbehaving demons in copper jugs and hurled them into the sea. And these themes may be traced back to almost 2,000 years to the antiquities of the Jews by Flavius Josephus. Other sources are even clearer. Sinbad the sailor quotes Proverbs from the book of Ecclesiastes. The day of death is better than the day of birth, and a living dog is better than a dead lion. Among Jewish women, protagonists in 1001 Nights is Zayn al-Mawasif, whose name means embellishment of the beauties. She's so lovely that when she tries to divorce a Jewish husband, 4 judges dealing with her case die of unrequited love for her. Oh, mankind. Hercules slayed a lion. Samson slayed a lion. Helen of Troy was born of Zeus, the Roman god who lives on top of Mount Olympus. Julius Caesar could trace his bloodlines all the way back to Romulus and Venus. Noah's flood was already written in the Epic of Gilgamesh. And there's a talking donkey and the ass and the horse from Aesop's fable. Aesop was born 620 BC. Some random internet literature regarding archaeology. I will read more of this later. So I read the Bible when I was younger because I want to be a good Christian. And then I read the Bible later on as an adult because I want to discard the Bible. And now that Kanye is being a fucking piece of shit with the Jews, I'm trying to figure out what the Bible really is about. And that's harder, right? It's easy just to say it's all totally true, or it's easy to go after the fundamentalist. Well, you believe in this dumb shit? Okay, well, it's not, it's in between, right? There's like history and names and dates and shit. So what is it? What is for the solstice, the way I'm going to celebrate the solstice, at least for this year, is I'm going to just name the 54 countries of Africa. When you say something, you make it real in the world. So, and this could change. A lot of simple facts could change throughout the year. So here's the 54 countries of Africa. Algeria, Angola, Benin, Botswana, Burkina Faso, Burundi, Cabo Verde, Cameroon, Central Africa, African Republic, Chad, Comoros, the Congo, the Republic and the Democratic Republic, the Ivory Coast, Djibouti, Egypt, Equatorial Guinea, Eritrea, Eswatini, Ethiopia, Gabon, Madagascar, Malawi, Mali, Mauritania, Mauritius, Morocco, Mozambique, Rwanda, Namibia, Nigeria, Sao Tome and Principe, Senegal, Seychelles, Sierra Leone, Somalia, South Africa, South Sudan, Tanzania, Togo, Tunisia, Uganda, Zambia, Zimbabwe, and Zimbabwe.